This is the Pathway Leadership Development Level 4 project called Creating a Podcast. How important is goal setting? Did another year blow by on you? Can you afford to continue to let the year pass over? We all joined Toastmasters to improve our communication, but will you end up on top? Giving a 6 to 8 minute speech titled On Top. Please welcome Rodney Simmons.
What comes to mind when you think about on top? Bill, what comes to mind?
Being the best you can be.
Jenny, what comes to mind?
Achieving your goals.
Okay. Well, for me, on top is being on top of your business, being on top of your finances, being on top of your personal goals, being on top of your family business. What is that mountain going to be? So I came up with this podcast basically that I'm going to record with a couple people and we're going to do this year, and it's called On Top. And in On Top, it's like you see someone right here building your own mountain. So what mountain are you going to build? What mountain are you going to climb in 2023? And I did a video a couple weeks ago where we talked about reflecting and recapping our year. How has 2022 been for you? Has it been good? Has it been bad? Or has it been ugly? How many people set goals in here? 20. How many people accomplished their goals? So this is much needed probably for a lot of people. So good. Good is I set goals, I accomplished those goals, so everything's all good, baby. Right? Bad. Bad is I set goals, I wanted to accomplish those goals, but I had some difficulty doing those goals. And the ugly. I had no goals, I had no ambition, and nothing really happened for me. And I'm ready for this year to be over with. Anybody ready for this year to be over with? I see a few. But I want to take you to the top. So I came up with this called Build Your Own Mountain. Build your own mountain. What's going to consist in that mountain that you have? Now, it's not build your own ant pile. It's actually build your own mountain. So building your own mountain consists of 4 different phases. Personally. So one of my personal goals is to be a lot healthier, to work out, to get a little bit more buff. You know, for us guys in that 40 club, we want to live like we're 30 or 20 or something. So I want to make sure that I take good care of my health. Family goal. So what's for the people out there that have the family or you're planning for a family, what's that look like? What does that look like for you? What are you trying to accomplish in your family goals and your business? We got some entrepreneurs in the room. So what's the business goal? What's the revenue goal? What's the relationships we're trying to build? If you have a job, what's the promotion? What's the income? What's the salary? What does that look like for 2023? And then your service level. Who are you going to serve in 2023. Because all of our goals, most of the time, are tied to other people. They're tied with someone else influencing our goals to get us to reach the level of success that we want to be at. So, who are you going to serve in return? Like, for instance, we serve in these roles. What's your level of commitment to your role each week? How are you going to serve? How are you going to give back to what's given to you? So I wanted to give you an example of one of my goals. For the ones that know me here at Toastmasters, they know how committed I am to my success. For the ones that don't know me, you probably will get to know me, and you'll see that when I say I'm going to do something, that's 99.99% of the time, that's what I'm doing, because I'm committed. So my goal is to be a great speaker, a great communicator. But this is what I do. So Pathways. We all know what Pathways is. This is what you use. This is one of your great tools to empower your success. Well, I commit at least 30 minutes a week to that, where I sit in front of that computer, I look at what level I'm on, I print it out, and then I use my week to practice when I'm having conversations with people in those scenarios. Mentors. Who takes advantage of mentors here? I know I do. Actually, I'm meeting with one of the Toastmasters in here on Friday. We sit down, we have coffee, and we talk about goals and the vision for the things that I'm working on. Volunteer. Take those opportunities at work or at business to jump in, to do those presentations, to help out. That's how you're going to build your skills. This is how you will land on top. And a lot of times when we do goals, we don't have things that are measurable and things that we can track. You want to have something you can measure and track, because the standard of measurement is comparison. Track, a course of action, conduct, procedure. These are all things we want to put in place so we say that we're staying committed to our ability and what we say that we're going to do. And make sure it's written. Remember, make sure your goals are written. You share them with some friends. Maybe you get a support group and y'all meet once a month and y'all talk about your track and where you're going and where you're at. But remember, we got to have some fun now. Nothing wrong with being focused, but you want to still make sure you have some fun doing your goals and making sure that the mountain that you build doesn't necessarily become too overbearing for you. Last but not least, I don't want you to be a scallywag, but I want you to be on top for 2023 because you build the right mountain. Thank you.
Great job, Ronnie. We're going to do 1 minute of silence, and for guests,